Welcome to Bryer CD Showcase. I'm of course Bryer Cisneros, and I have another fun little topic today. So I decided to go through my entire CD collection, and I want to highlight some of those albums that I almost never or very rarely ever listen to. And there could be many reasons. Sometimes it could be just a word of mouth saying, "Oh, that's not really a good album." So even though I have it, I don't really listen to it because I'm just going off what people say. Another reason could be is that maybe I listened to it like maybe one or two times and I only like maybe a couple songs off it, so I see no purpose to go back to the album except listen to those songs I like. But there could be many reasons. So I just want to highlight those albums. We have quite a bit, but this video probably won't be that long because I probably don't have much to say on some of them. So here we go. So the first five are actually by the same band, and they all come from the same box set that I've shown a couple times already, and that's the Discovery Pink Floyd box set, which has all their albums up to the Division Belt. And of all those albums, there are five of them I pretty much have never actually listened to in full. And those albums are More, Amagama, Obscured by Clouds, The Final Cut, and a Momentary Lapse of Reason. That's a title I can never remember. So I guess we'll start with More. I mean, I've heard this one, but it's been a long time since I have. I only remember two songs, the Nile song and Crying song. So this was, of course, the soundtrack to the film More. Obviously, I don't actually know what the film's about. I do like the cover though. I do like the orange, kind of the orange negative feel this was going for. There's the back. And here's some pictures from the film, I'm assuming. But yeah, other than those two songs I pointed out, I pretty much remember nothing else from this. So yeah. By the way, if I highlight an album and you think maybe I should give it another listen, give it another chance, then feel free to comment below and I'll oblige to it. This one, Amagama. Again, this whole middle period, like post Sid Barrett, is kind of like a enigma to me because it's very avant-garde in a lot of times, and this is no exception. The first half is a live album, which even that I have not heard. But the second disc is the studio album. And yeah, there's some, and yeah, I really have no memory of listening to this really that much. I can't even recall anything. The only notable thing I can see on here is the very long title, which is Several Species of Small Furry Animals Gathered Together in a Cave and Grooving with a Pick. Okay. I do know some things about it. Like, I do know, like, on the studio songs, it's kind of just the band doing their own little solo thing, which seems like a cool idea, but from what I've heard, it's kind of like a lot of random stuff that don't really lead you feeling satisfied at the end. So yeah, I have not listened to this one properly, and I don't know if I ever will. Same with this one. Again, this is another soundtrack, and that's Obscured by Clouds for the film La Belle. I hope that's how it's said. I'm guessing it's French. So yeah, people have said some positive things about it. Here's some photos from the movie as well, I think. So yeah, I hear some people said some good stuff about this one. Who knows, maybe I'll give it just one listen. So maybe The Final Cut, the follow-up to The Wall, probably The Wall's my favorite Pink Floyd album. And this is the follow-up to it, and I've heard a lot of mixed stuff. Some people love it, some people don't love it, and people have also said this is just a Roger Waters solo album in disguise, with just the remaining members kind of just being like session musicians. And I don't doubt that. pretty sure that might be the case. But again, I have actually never listened to this before. Not in full at all. I don't know how any of the songs go. I do know some of the songs were kind of scraps from the wall, so maybe that's worth a listen. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll give it a whirl. And then this one, Momentary Lapse of Reason. I only know the one song, and that was the hit, Learning to Fly, which I do enjoy. I like that song. It's not my favorite Pink Floyd song by no means, but I like it. And that's pretty much all I can say about this album, because I don't know how any of the other songs go. So, yeah. Again, however, I have heard the Division Bell. I do like the Division Bell a lot. I think that's a very underrated album by them. But yeah, this one's kind of like, I have no need to listen to this for some reason. So yeah, that's all the Pink Floyd out of the way. Next up, let's go to Bon Jovi. Slippery When Wet, my only Bon Jovi album I have, and I have no clue if I'll ever get more, if I have any interest in, because really, aside from the two hits on here, You Give Love a Bad Name and Living on a Prayer, I really have no recall on any other of the other songs. Maybe Wanted Dead or Alive might sound familiar, but that's about it. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really that big of a Bon Jovi fan. Again, I like the hits, but other than that, anything else I have really no interest in. So that's just me. As with this one, Permanent Vacation by Aerosmith. So I consider myself a fan of Aerosmith, but I'm not really a big fan of 80s onwards very much. I'm not really a big fan of the 80s sound for them. I do like the song Dude Looks Like a Lady. That's probably my favorite song on here, but everything else is kind of like hit or miss. Again, Aerosmith in the 80s and onwards have like a couple of good songs, but everything else is kind of like to me. So I don't really listen to this album very much unless I just want to hear, the one song I like. Van Halen, OU812. Kind of the same idea as the last one. I only know the one song, and that's the hit, and that's When It's Love. I don't have anything against the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen. There's some couple good songs on here, but anything besides the hits, I really have no interest in. Another annoying thing about this particular CD is that the songs are out of order. Like, it's not in the proper order as it is in the CD, which is annoying. So yeah, that's not much to say. Okay, I mean, and also I should also point out that a lot of these CDs I got are from thrift stores. They're just there. I thought, might as well pick it up because I'm pretty sure nobody else will. But next up we have Yes, Union. This is the big reunion album. The reunion album. I'm really just saying that because that's what it was marketed as, but if you know the story, I know more about the story behind this album than the actual music, because I've not once listened to it, nor do I have any interest in, because by most Yes fans, this is one of their not too good albums. Even though it says featuring all these guys here, there's a shit ton of session musicians on this. I want to see if the booklet even includes any of the session people. Okay, not sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through it, but if you go on Wikipedia, you'll find a huge list of session musicians, so you don't know who's playing what. So, yep, no interest in really listening to this. And I know Rick Wakeman calls this onion. Can't imagine why. Okay, so I'm going with Guns N' Roses next. And I have Use Your Illusion 2. Now, I could have gone and gotten both the Use Your Illusion albums, but I went with this one because of the two, this is the one I know the least songs on. Again, I know Knocking on Heaven's Door and You Can Be Mine and Don't Cry, and I think that's about it. I might have heard A Strain, but I don't remember how it goes. Yeah, everything else is kind of like, don't really have any recollection of how the other songs go. Really, when it comes to Guns N' Roses, usually this is kind of like my cutoff point. Like anything beyond the Use Your Illusion albums, I kind of don't really have much interest in. But you know, they're good. I mean, I do have both, so I guess I'm glad I got both of them. Okay, we only have a few more to go. Okay, Backstreet Boys, Millennium. I only like the one song, and that's the big hit. I want it that way. Why was that so hard to say? Yeah, that's the only reason I got this. I like the song. That shows my age, I know, but yeah, I don't really have any interest in the other songs really. I think I tried listening to this album, but aside from that one song, everything else is kind of just like in through one ear and out through the other. I'm not a huge fan of this production at all. It's like late 90s, early 2000s sound. This came out in 1999. Again, same age as this album, which is kind of ironic because I said the same thing with the Britney Spears album, and I'd rather listen to the Britney Spears than this, so that tells you something. Next up, we have Santana, Supernatural. Again, it has the big hit Smooth. That's the only song I really know on here. And I think I tried to listen to this album, but I never finished it, and I never really came back to it. I think I listened to half of it. Then after that, that's about it. Yeah, I don't really have any recollection of any of the other songs. I know I see a lot of guest stars. Of course, from what I can gather, the 90s was where Santana was really going to town with the collaborations. So, yeah, that's nice. But yeah, that's that. Not much else to say. You have Eagles, Long Road Out of Eden, the double CD. Let's open it up. You just get a desert. A boring desert, which is what most people describe this album. There's a fly in here now. Anyway, yeah, I got this. It was at a thrift store pretty cheaply. Yeah, that kind of tells you. I know a lot of people really are not big fans of this album, and it's kind of sad this is their last album. I will be honest, there are a couple songs I do kind of like. I do like the singles, but that's really about it for me. I really don't know any other songs, and it's a long album, so I don't see myself going back to that one very often. And then finally, this might be a controversial one because I know this band has a very dedicated following. I'm going with Opeth Sorceress. Yeah, I heard a lot of people love this album. I'm not sure if I'm sure if I'm one of them. I don't hate it because I've listened to this album, and again, I don't hate it, and I love the cover. I love the artwork. That's really cool. See, same with the back. See, and I like how it's packaged. I like how the booklet's kind of in the center here. It has its own little pocket here. That's kind of cute. Back in there. But yeah, packaging is cool. Album-wise, from what I remember, I liked it, but I never came back to this. I guess I'm one of those fans that I actually prefer the death metal stuff. That's just how it is. Because I love Still Life. That's my only other Opeth album I have, and has more death metal elements to it, and I enjoyed that one. But yeah, this one, not sure. Again, maybe I just need to listen to it again. Maybe it just hasn't clicked yet. And that's really what I can say about all the other albums I've mentioned. Some of them, maybe I need to listen to them again. Others, yeah, I probably made the right call. So, but that's up to you. In the comments below, again, make sure you let me know, are these albums worth revisiting, or is it kind of best if I just leave them alone and just keep them just so I can have them? But yeah, if you enjoy this video, then please go ahead and just leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it, and hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye for now.